Hi everybody, I am sending home a division video, and if you are watching this, I want you to promise that you will not try to throw any tomatoes at me while you're watching this video, okay? So we are starting division in 4th grade math, and I want to reassure you that I end up teaching division what you would consider the quote normal way, okay? But the first thing that we do is we use division in an area model, just like we did with multiplication, to show how they're related. Like the big concept that we want 4th graders to understand is that multiplication and division are related to each other. They're actually something called inverse operations, which means that one undoes the other, okay? So to start with, I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the language that we use for division. So if I have, let's see, 38 divided by 6. Sometimes we start out with some of these smaller problems. What I would ask the kids if they're stuck is I would say, okay, well, think about it. 6 times what is going to get me closest to 38 without going over, okay? Or I might say, how many times can 6 go into 38 without going over? And kids who really know their multiplication facts are really going to thrive. So that's something, if your kiddo still is kind of on the fence about those, keep working on them. So they would say, oh, well, I know that 6 times 6 is 36. And so my answer is 6 remainder 2. Okay, so just a little bit about the language. Now I'm going to show you an area model, and this is the part where I don't want you to be mad at me. They're actually really fun. The kids love them, okay? I promise. And then I do teach them long division the way that you and I learned. So with an area model, you always start out with a rectangle, okay? And it used to be, like, I'll show you, when we multiplied, if you remember, if we had 6 times 42, we would do 40 plus 2 and 6, okay? Now what we're doing is, let's say we have the problem and it's 405 divided by 9, okay? Your 9 will still go here because that's how many groups you have, but then the 405 actually goes inside the area model. All right, so the first thing we do is we say, how many times can 9 go into 405 reasonably? Okay, so usually I have the kids look at these first two numbers. So, well, 9 can go into 44 times, so it can go into 440 times because I'm multiplying it by 10, okay? Then I take 9 times 40, which is 360, and I end up with 45. So I put my 45 up. 9 can go into 45 5 times. And now I have nothing left. So my answer is 45. And you can see now up here, like 40 plus 2 times 6, 40 plus 5 times 9. The kids can see exactly how this works and how one undoes another. Okay, now I want to quickly show you one with a remainder using the area model. Okay, so let's say we do 411 divided by 9. Okay, so same thing, it can go in 40 times 360. All right, so then I've got 51. So I'm going to move my 51 up. 9 can go into 51, let's see, 5 times. But now I'm left with 6. So I've got to go one more box over, right? Except I really don't, because 9 cannot go into 6, so this would be nothing. So this becomes my remainder. If it can't even go in one time, it becomes your remainder. So then my answer is 45 remainder 6. Okay, so we are starting this today. Along with this video, I'm attaching some worksheets. If you think your child needs a little more practice, feel free to use those. And as usual, let me know if you have any questions.